It's a story time! Yes, it's time for a story with me, the dumbass, because I had nothing else for this week, so why not tell a retorted story that happened a couple of months ago? A couple of days ago, I found out that somewhere in Peru, there's an OXXO theme feastables. Now, if you don't know what an OXXO is, think of like the Mexican version of the 7-Eleven, but way more better. But the funny thing about this story is it doesn't take place in an OXXO, it takes place in a 7-Eleven. So a couple of months ago, I went to the local 7-Eleven with my mom to go deposit some cash to pay bills and whatnot. We're right there waiting for the cashier to count all the money. And in the meantime, I'm just looking around and all that stuff. And I see out of the corner of my eye a feastable. I'm like, oh crap, a feastable. I've never seen a feastable in person before. The only time I've ever seen them is on freaking TikTok or in the Lunchly drama. I pick up the feastable and I show it to my mom. I'm like, hey, look at this chocolate. And she's asking questions like, oh, what type of chocolate is that? Or is that new? And at the moment, my dumbass starts yapping about the freaking lore of feastables. At this point, my mom is just used to hearing me talk about stupidities. My mom turns and she sees, oh, there's another flavor there. She goes and she picks it up to read what flavor it is. But the moment she picks it up to see what flavor it is, midway the cashier stops counting the money and she turns up and she says, oh, those chocolates are expensive. What the fuck? No one didn't ask you. No, I'm joking. We didn't say that, but we were just confused. Like, what the hell? We have come to the 7-Eleven multiple times, and this is the first time the cashier says anything like that. My mom's like, excuse me? And the cashier repeats herself. She's like, oh, those chocolates are very expensive. So my mom's like, well, how expensive are they? The cashier says, give me a minute. She continues to count the money, and behind her, there's a box of feastables. Now, I suppose I was just barely putting them out because they had a different price at the time. The cashier is done depositing all the cash and she grabs a feastables behind her. She scans it and she says 96. But really? 96 for a small feastable? Yeah, that's really not worth it. Hell, with 100 pesos, you can buy at least 3 or 4 chocolates and still have change left over for a soda. Or my math is wrong because everything has gotten expensive over the damn years. Oh, but that's just the first part of this story. 2 weeks later, we go to the local Swami to buy vegetables. And now, usually there's this guy who sells American candy. Let me just tell you something. To find American candy here, it's kind of hard. And it's not like, oh, there's like they don't sell Hershey's, M&M's. No. Those things you can find them here. But other stuff is kind of hard. And there's like 3 places that I know of where you can find the good American candy. There's 3 places that I know of where you can get American candy. I mean, for one, Amazon, but I think we haven't gotten to the point that we feel comfortable ordering food off Amazon. I mean, that crap can come moldy. I know that there's some stores that sell American candy, like small stores that sell candy, bags of chips, cereals, and drinks. But the thing about these stores is they're all the way in Mexico City. And I'm not gonna take a 2-day drive just to buy a freaking Butterfingers. Then there's option 3, and option 3 has been the one we've been doing for the last couple of years. Usually in the Swami, there's this guy who puts like a little stand that he sells American candy. Now sure, half of his stand is mostly Mexican candy, but the other half is American stuff that you won't usually find here. Like for example, marshmallow paste, Mountain Dew, and Hot Cheetos mac and cheese, and including Butterfingers and Twix. You won't usually find those tiers in local supermarkets, not even at the damn Walmart. So we were passing by and we bought a couple of Butterfingers because it's been a hot minute since we had Butterfingers. And while my mom is looking around to see what candy she can get, she sees in the counter they're selling feastables. She asks how much are the feastables and they're 50 pesos. Now, 50 is still kind of pricey for the small one, but it is cheaper comparing to the 7-Eleven that they were selling it for 92. We didn't buy it because we didn't have that much change left, but we just bought the Butterfingers and we just dipped. Here's the thing though, the first 2 stories happened about 4 months ago, but this third story happened about almost a couple of days ago. Where I live, there's a local supermarket. It's not like a big chain, I think, but it's just like the local market. So I went with my mom to go grocery shopping to buy some milk and whatever we need. And at the front of the cashier, I'm like, hey, look, they starting to sell feastables here now. And before we checked out, we asked the cashier how much was the feastables. Now, in my mind, I was thinking it's probably going to be 92 or 100, something like that. No, it was really cheap. And I mean really cheap. It was just 27 pesos for a feastable. And yes, we bought it. On the way back home, I was just thinking, why in the 7-Eleven was it so damn expensive, but in the local market it was really cheap? How the hell does something go from 92 in the 7-Eleven to in the market it's just 27? Like, what the hell? So we make it back to the house and I start grabbing stuff out of the bag to put away. My mom grabs the feastables just to look at it. She turns it around and she sees the expiration date and she says, "Oh, that's why they're probably cheap." I'm like, "Why?" And she's like, "Read it. This crap expires in the 29th of October of this year." Oh, so that's why they were so damn cheap. So you're telling me that the only reason why they were just 27 pesos is because in 2 to 3 weeks they were gonna go bad. But the sad part of this story is after waiting 4 months and 3 days ago to try a feastable, not gonna lie, this crap was really overrated. It just tasted like a Reese's cup. The only difference is that it had a flavor of a Reese's cup, but with like a little crunch in the bottom. But besides that, it just tasted like a normal Reese's cup. But at the end of the day, for how depressing this feastable was, the only good thing about it is I can at least give the wrapper to my rabbit for she can enjoy. Hope you hated this video and I'll catch you guys in the next one.
Like this retarded ass video, please put subscribe. And if you like to see more, yeah, I have nothing else, I just made this.